Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Outcast Gaming here, and this afternoon we're gonna sit back, we're gonna chill for a little bit, gonna play some COD, and unfortunately Black Ops 4 is a little stale right now, so we're going to stay away from playing Black Ops 4 until new content pops. Unfortunately, Deathmatch Domination did come out today for Black Ops 4, but I'm not 100% sure if I actually want to be able to, if I want to go and play it, because it might just be a whole bunch of sweat. And to be honest with you, man, no moss. So yeah, we're just gonna play IW. Just gonna keep grinding. Well, Battlefield, yeah, no, I do like Battlefield, but I can't do that. Can't do that. Fucking hell. There we go. This lobby could be so much worse.
Scans complete. Targets confirmed. Put that steel to work.
Can't do it tonight, man. Got shit for school to do.
Team deathmatch. Let's get to work. We're in the lead.
Man.
We've lost the lead.
Ah, damn.
UAV on standby.
Hey, it don't look that bad.
Enemy movement is hot. Triangulating positions.
It could also be the fact that I am only streaming in 720p instead of the normal 1080. Got me.
Friendly drone support is active.
The game is also 2 years old, so I wouldn't be surprised if
Friendly drone support is active. Allied drone package entering airspace. You're halfway there. Keep it up.
It's got really dark in here. Slight.
Friendly shock sentry performing overwatch.
Where the hell is he? Damn, got me.
Allied drone package entering airspace.
Got me with the damn.
Friendly bombardment incoming.
Oh, it was friendly. Whew.
Friendly drone support is active.
We gonna get that kid? Guess not.
Friendly counter UAV online.
God damn. Fucking XE on, dude.
Friendly counter UAV online. Your teammate called in Scorcher.
Out of here.
Fire.
Miss me with that gay shit. Oh, I ran right into that. I never should have done that. This is terrible on my part. Fucking damn. Nice shot, man.
Enemy UAV. Friendly counter UAV online.
Quick ass game. Holy shit.
Good job. Report to command for debrief.
The thing is, EA did
Wasn't the text
make
fault.
their own graphics engine, so that would be why EA would have a better graphics engine, because they have.
Have a nuke.
Get out of here. But yes, I did have one. That's why it would look better, because they actually made their own, where Activision doesn't, unfortunately. There's a lot of things Activision is running behind on. No attachments. Alright, let's make that happen. That goes like real extreme, really quick. Prestige level 25.
Make me proud, Sabers.
Team deathmatch. Train for war, fight to win. We're in the lead.
Up.
We've lost the lead. We're in the lead. We've lost the lead.
Oh my god.
Friendly drone support is active. Enemy USV. We're in the lead. The enemy has a drone package. Friendly counter UAV online.
God.
Enemy USV in your vicinity.
God damn,
Enemy
I'm fucking
Trinity
up
rocket
right
in
now.
use.
No, 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 no.
The enemy launched a counter UAV.
What the hell do you think you're doing there, big guy? Nope, 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 nope. We're getting the fuck up out of there. Fuck that. Got him.
The enemy is halfway there. Take them down.
Oh, he was sitting on the other side of the map. Dude just keeps running around with the shotgun.
I am out. Reloading.
That was a stupid push on my part. Got him. Oh my god, with the goddamn Venomax. Who the fuck uses that? Wow. I'm trash right now. There we go. About time. Open him. Right the fuck up there. God damn.
Enemy USV. We're failing, squad. Enemy.
Really?
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
13 and 15. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, okay then. That's cool, I guess.
Objective failed. Regroup.
Where was the mission focus, Saber Team? Your new mission package has arrived.
Sir. Damn, dude, this challenge sucks. 14 kills, 50 kills with this. Well, yeah, because most COD players that play Battlefield don't look at it as, they look at it as just a consistent rush game mode because the maps are so big. You have to sit back and you have to play smart. Just want a decent lobby. Come on. That might not be a thing that's gonna happen there. Okay. No big deal. It's alright. Switch up a little bit. Call of Duty has had the same formula for almost, I don't know, 15 years maybe? I have no clue. Little throwback zombies here. Yeah, the problem I've noticed that they've been breaking it's funny, they break records, but the problem is the companies, they're just not upgrading. They're not giving enough updates to keep the players, you know, satisfied. Like, that's why I'm steering away from Black Ops 4, because there's not content. It's getting extremely stale. Like, Black Ops 4 broke opening week sales records. They're just cool. You can break opening week sales records, but when your development company only gives a shit about one game mode, it's hard to... It puts a sour taste in the multiplayer community's mouth, which is exactly what built those games. And that's one thing that's kind of annoying me this year with Black Ops 4, is that we're going to focus all on Blackout instead of multiplayer. Yeah, go ahead, hop on. Come on, get in here. Get in here. Put yourselves on here. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Ooh, you son of a bitch. Hola, ¿qué pasó, señor?
I'm sorry?
Hola, ¿qué pasó, señor?
Hey man, what's up? Okay, so here's the issue with Call of Duty as a whole. They like, okay, so if they want to keep selling games, and which they have no problem doing,
No,
and
they don't at
if
all.
they really want to, you know, keep the player base involved, that's what that's what you want. You want players
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, you know, loyal fans, like, you know, like me, I will buy the game every year, but what really frustrates me is that I don't want to sit here and buy a game and then 6 months into the game's lifespan be like, yo, this game has gotten stale for me. And that's exactly what I'm feeling with Black Ops 4 since...
I used to be a loyal fan, I really did, but Black Ops 4, it's just, this is with my issue with Call of Duty, and this is honestly my honest to God opinion, and most people will agree, and I understand you can't really compare Call of Duty to other shooters because, you know, for example, it's Twitch reaction, arena shoot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But truthfully, there is very little skill involved.
Oh yeah, I will give you that. I mean, to an extent there is, because
There is some skill, but okay, for example, Call of Duty's hit detection is completely based off hit scans.
in most companies, Activision not so much though, because Activision actually has good hit detection. Or not Activision, Infinity Ward.
Right. But what I'm saying is it's hit scanned. It's like,
Oh yeah.
no matter where I shoot, you know, like, it doesn't matter how fast that you're moving. If you're in my sights, you know, like dead center, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah.
You know, and then there are games like Rainbow Six, Battlefield, hell, even Star Wars, Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh, boy.
travel time. Now, I mean, I understand Call of Duty's supposed to be like this arcadey shooter, but it's just like, for me, it's not fun.
See, I've been one of those people. I've lobbied for bullet travel and, you know, bullet drop and all that shit for a while now. I think honestly it would make Call of Duty a little bit better. Like, I think it would make it more skill based on top of being the Twitch shooter that it is.
And now somebody can argue, you know, like, oh, well, Call of Duty's geared more towards a younger player base that doesn't really understand all that, you know, like these 13 and 14-year-olds.
But you got kids that are
argument for that.
You got kids that are 7 and 8 and beating that ass in frickin' Fortnite. Like,
First of all, Fortnite disproved that theory.
yeah.
1. 2. If your kid is 13 or 14 years old and you're letting him play an M-rated game, what the hell are you doing?
I mean, I started playing Call of Duty when I was in 8th grade.
I started playing Call of Duty when I was 10 years old.
Exactly.
However, I got into the old Call of Duties, you know, like Call of Duty 2, Big Red One, stuff like that. So the blood and the gore really wasn't there.
Right.
Like it is today.
Not even that though. I mean, you can turn off the blood and gore in Call of Duty now.
Well, they give you that option because in places like China, that's outlawed.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it just blows, like, don't get me wrong, if you believe that your gameplay formula is what sells, fine, stick with it.
Shit, god
But
damn
here's
it.
the thing. Their player retention is so god awful.
Oh, I know. I will say this. This is the first time in... God, I can't even tell you how. Ever, actually, I think that I've resorted to playing older games because I'm not having fun with the new Call of Duty.
I mean, for example, Call of Duty World War II, I played it for 2 weeks, and then I returned it and got my money back, because it just became so boring.
Yeah, that's the issue. These companies, they're
And
not
it's-
adding content.
Like, the zombies wasn't difficult. And
No, the zombies wasn't.
multiplayer- Oh my god, there was so much wrong with the multiplayer. There was so much wrong.
Oh,
None
yeah.
of the guns were even close to right.
Fuck, I didn't want to go in Shadows of Evil.
And I don't want to, I don't want to be that guy. I really
Yeah,
don't.
you do. Yeah, you do.
No. I don't like being. But because I love the World Wars era,
Oh, yeah.
because World War I and World War II are so closely intertwined, and it's just an era that fascinates.
Yeah.
You know, my whole issue is if, and technically Battlefield 5 didn't really pay homage, because yes, okay, they added in woman soldiers, I will admit that, but anybody who is a true fan of the Battlefield franchise knows that Battlefield has always been in a different universe. That's why in Battlefield 3, Paris got nuked. That's why in Battlefield 4, we went to war with China. You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So, me knowing that, I can kind of accept that. Because the game, the gunplay is very, very solid. You know, and it still has that, strategy.
Yeah.
It's not a milsim, don't get me wrong, but it still requires strategy and skill to play.
Yeah.
You know, and but at the same time, how do I explain this? Call of Duty used to be very similar to that. Granted, most of their game, actually all their games, still had the whole hit scan thing.
Yeah.
But they also, like Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, they had a medic system.
Yeah.
You know, like you had health, and you had, if you wanted to heal, if you were low, you had to find somebody who was playing medic.
Well, all the old Call of Duties up until Modern Warfare all had them.
Right. And they got away from that, and I don't like that they got away from that.
Dimensional insertion point was off. We were too late.
Because they made it geared more towards...
Next is...
Oh, well, you know, if you have one player that has
no choice but
insane reaction time, you can just dominate. And that's not fun to me. You know, like... Especially on like games like Search and Destroy.
Oh my god.
Infestation confirmed.
Don't even get me started with Search.
Yeah, but see then, you know, in Battlefield, okay, like Yes, you'll die a lot, and yes, it does take some time to get used to the guns, get used to the bullet travel time. Some guns have slower bullet travel time than others. Some have slower fire rates than others. Some have more recoil than others. But at least you know that. At least in Battlefield, I'm not gonna get sniped all the way across the map with a fucking pistol.
Right.
You know?
But the thing is, though, too, Call of Duty and Battlefield both fall into their own genres, too.
Yes, I will admit that. I will completely admit that, and it's very, very difficult to compare the two because they're two very, very different style of games.
Yeah.
But my issue is that Call of Duty's roots, originally, all the way back in Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, Call of Duty 3, World at War, comes from something very, very similar to what Battlefield has now.
Oh, yeah.
Double points. Having failed to secure the
And
intel,
the fact that they've just gotten so far away from it.
Why do you always have to screw everything up?
Yeah. It's
disappoints me.
like I'm not even mad. Like, you know, like, yeah, the medic system is good and all of that, but like, you know, it's not the end all be all either that would make the game. What I just don't like is that they've made it so like the development companies, like especially this year, and honestly, Treyarch was always that company that you could lean towards, that was gonna make
that you could always rely on to produce a good Call of Duty game.
Well,
Zombies is why I get Treyarch games.
Well, I'm sorry, dude, but this year Treyarch has done nothing but shit on the whole franchise. You literally.
Not even that. Even Jason Blundell shit the fucking bed on Zombies.
Oh yeah. Well, the problem is, this is the thing though. We can't even say Blundell shit the bed when, one, Treyarch doesn't want to focus on anything other than Blackout. If that was your case, why don't you make a completely separate team that focused on Blackout and released it as not part of the game? Make separate teams that are working on each facet of the game and have them focus on that stuff and release the content as they get it. Like, there has been more Blackout updates this year alone than I think there has been for both multiplayer and Zombies over the past 2 years. And that's because David Vonderhaar just wants to ride this whole Battle Royale train and bite the hand that made this franchise what it is. Let's completely get away from what multiplayer made Call of Duty in general and go right back to let's ride the hype train that Battle Royale is garnering right now because we want to be able to try to stay relevant. Your loyal fans aren't going to give a shit if there isn't a Battle Royale game. Companies that make Battle Royale games make them because that's what they want to specialize in. Call of Duty has always been a game that has specialized in campaign, zombies, and multiplayer. Let's not break that formula right.
But the whole idea of making a new game is to bring new players in.
Right.
To the franchise. And keep that player base growing and going. Which is all well and fine. But Call of Duty just, they're not really bringing in new players anymore.
This year I can definitely say why is because of that whole shit. Like, you know, you see YouTubers literally put out videos of how disappointed they are in this franchise because the head guy in the company that's developing this game is not caring about the main facet of this game and what brings the player base in. No, I'm gonna focus on Blackout.
You know what? Blackout isn't even an issue.
It's not.
It's not even bringing the core issue. Like, okay, for Zombies, they completely changed the entire core elements of the Zombies to make it more strategic. No. If you want to make Zombies more strategic, you take the Gobblegum system and the Elixir system out of Zombies. That way players have to choose what perks they're gonna run. Not this fucking, oh, well, we have shit that'll give you every perk in the game. No. Black Ops 2 didn't even have that. Yes, you could get every perk in the game, but you had to work your ass off for it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's becoming a game that's making it easier for newer players to get into it, and that's the unfortunate part. Because you get people who have played these games, like me, for upwards of 10 years, and I'm sick of this shit. Like, it pains...
It's okay to bring new players
Motherfucker.
in, but making it easier. Making it so that they don't have to develop skill, so you can make a pathetic attempt to retain those players.
I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yep.
Just pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like hell, one of the most unforgiving games I have ever played, and I will admit this to no end, one of the most unforgiving games I have ever played is Rainbow Six.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I was starting out. I've gotten a lot better. And the only way you are going to get better is if you continue to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's... And... Yes, okay, Call of Duty is easy to pick up and play. I will admit that. It is. However, they've geared it more towards making it far too easy that anybody can pick it up.
Oh yeah, like, I'm sorry, but like, if you're going on a bit, and this is what really frustrates me with Black Ops 4, the whole specialist system. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the specialist system at all. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't mind it. What really pisses me off with the system this year is that your specialist literally has an ability and a lethal weapon. Okay? You can have someone that is going, for example, 8 and 20, and someone who is on a nasty big kill streak, and all of a sudden, you know, they're sitting in the corner with fucking Nomad. They get the goddamn dog, and that dog hunts your ass down and kills you because you can't kill the fucking thing. Right there is why people aren't staying, because you have bullshit like that, where no matter what happens, you are guaranteed to earn your specialist weapon. Because that's one thing that has gotten extremely frustrating with me.
But don't get me wrong. A Hero Legends whatever operator system like Rainbow Six, or a Legend system like Apex, or a Hero system like Overwatch, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's okay if...
must be destroyed.
Okay, so like Rainbow Six, there's an operator called Mute. What he can do is he can put down signal jammers that'll jam electronics, you know, like the drones, the breach charges, stuff like that. Anything electronic, which will make it harder for the enemy. But to counter that, there is an attack operator called Thatcher. He can throw out an EMP grenade, and that'll totally wipe out the signal jammers.
Right.
If you have things to counter that, then it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Apex, for example, there's a legend called Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
She has a passive ability called Double Time, which means when she's getting fired at, it doesn't have to hit her, but when she's getting fired at, she runs twice as fast. Her tactical ability is Smoke. And then her ultimate ability is something called Rolling Thunder, which what Rolling Thunder is it's like a creeping barrage. You drop it, closest to you explodes first, so you can run through it towards your enemy. Now, one might say that the smoke is overpowered, right?
Yeah.
How do you count? But then there's a legend called Bloodhound, which His tactical ability, his passive ability is you can track enemies. You know, like if there was a fight, you can see bullet casings, blood, footsteps, stuff like that. The tactical ability is you can send out a pulse that'll detect enemies. So like if they're hiding in a building or behind a rock and you want to know where they are. And then the ultimate ability, this is where you can really capitalize on smoke from an enemy bang or a friendly bang, is you pop your ultimate ability and you can, it's essentially like seeing infrared. You can see their footsteps and you can see them through their smoke for about 40 seconds.
Right.
So, but see, in Call of Duty with their type of specialist system, we'll call it, it's essentially an easy way to get kills. There's nothing to counter it. Like for Ruin with his gravity spikes or gravity spike.
That's like Ruin's gravity spike is one of the easiest operator mods to shut down.
Exactly.
Or not up, but specially.
Well, he's easy to shut down, but it's also easy to use because nothing can stop that. There's nothing to stop it. They're essentially giving away kills, and that's not fun. That's easy. That's stupid and lame.
Well, funny enough, dude, Ruin isn't even the first specialist that's used by most people.
I understand that, but you get what I'm talking about.
Right?
There's
yeah, it's just
to counter. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Rainbow, everything, you can counter pretty much anybody. Battlefield, you have a counter for everything.
Yeah.
This Russian is ready and eager for more.
I mean, hell, tank comes in, assault takes out tank. You're losing a lot of teammates fast, medic, you're out of ammo. Support.
For so long, I have tasted
Need somebody to spot, because the enemy's hiding. Scout/recon. But Call of Duty, they it's like they threw it in there and didn't even think about it.
No.
There's no, I mean, kill streaks, as far as I know, you can't even counter those anymore.
Yeah, not really.
Hell, I remember back in Black Ops, in the first Black Ops, if there was an attack chopper, you could shoot it down, just like with a Huey, you could shoot it down. Spy planes, you could shoot down.
Oh yeah, good fucking luck trying to shoot down the attack chopper now. The hit detection on it so goddamn bad that it's like, well, the attack chopper comes in, it's like, well, shit. You might as well just
and that's the other thing. That's the other thing that bothers me about Call of Duty is you can run 6 feet behind a wall and you will die from bullets that were shot 10 seconds ago. Their hit detection is so god awful. And another problem, and I was talking about this to you, I sent this text to you the other day, was a comment I left on a Facebook post about Call of Duty and why it's trash, was like, they still connect to an individual person to host.
Yeah.
And that's stupid because if that person has really good connection to their Wi-Fi and everybody else is trash, you get a few players that dominate.
Oh yeah.
And connection should not decide who is gonna win.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like in the long term, yeah, it should, because if you have shit connection, you're not gonna be able to play very well.
Right. But see, here's the thing. I've had shitty connection in Battlefield where I knew I couldn't be, on the ground.
Yeah.
So I countered that by being a sniper. Now it took me a little bit to learn how to lead my shots a little more with a bad connection, but once I got it, I was dominating.
Yeah. Oh no, if you're lagging in Call of Duty, yeah, you're hop skipping and jumping around the goddamn map.
If you're lagging in Call of Duty, you're done.
Yeah.
You don't have a chance. But if your ping is at, say, even 50 on Battlefield, you still have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's unplayable. Once it starts to get upwards of 100, then it starts to get bad.
Yeah.
But other than that, you still have a fighting chance.
The problem is Activision is so far up their own asses that, you know, everything's becoming a money grab for them. And it's what's really turning the franchise off to a lot of people.
See, and here's the other thing. This is what EA is essentially Activision essentially turned into EA.
Yes.
But EA did a smart move with Battlefield and did a live service system. Now, will I admit it's not the best? Yes, it definitely could use some work.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, even Fortnite's live service system wasn't the greatest when it first came out.
No, I mean, everything's gonna take time to adjust and everything, and that's like that's the big thing. You know, Activision's not willing to take its chances. Like, I'll be fine if Call of Duty wants to, you know, even give this a try one time. If they want to go to more of the Call of Duty online kind of thing, you know,
right.
I'm perfectly fine with that, because that's that's, you know, going to be a different story and everything. But it's like, you know, why not give that a shot? And
the
just
whole
basic
thing about having franchise like Call of Duty.
Yo, what's up, Italian Savage?
Like, say even Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 was a big risk.
It was, and it didn't go over right good at all.
Fallout did single player only. No multiplayer. Single player only.
You know, I didn't play Fallout 76.
First time they tried to do multiplayer, and it just didn't work because they did multiplayer only, and that's not what people wanted.
No. See, I didn't play Fallout 76, but because I thought about getting it, and I just heard a lot of bad reviews. You know,
and it's a lot better now from what I'm hearing. But the whole thing is they started out with online only. And you can't do that if that's not what the game is based on. I mean, even Dead Island wasn't completely based around online only, but if there was a player that was near you in the same area and you wanted to join, you could, and it would give you a notification if a player was near you. You know?
Yeah. No, I just think. Mm-hmm.
And even Battlefield, like back in 2016, Battlefield took a huge risk, going all the way back to World War I.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know they did.
Duty that year.
Oh yeah. What was that? Battlefield 5? No, Battlefield 1, right?
Battlefield 1.
Yeah, it did really well, and that was what? That was 2016. That was IW Modern Warfare MW1. That's what. Like, I'm not even trying to make excuses for the franchise, but if Battlefield 1 would have came out like last year, I don't think they would have outsold it. I just think they straight up outsold Call of Duty.
Close.
I think it would have been extremely close, but I don't think they would have outsold Call of Duty because people were like, and don't get me wrong, I was one of the few people, like, I'm only second prestige in IW. That shows you how little I play. I'm already 5th in Black Ops 4. Like, I will play Call of Duty for a good amount of the year. But the problem is, you know, people were so sick of IW when it first came out because it was futuristic, because it had jetpacks. Nobody wanted that shit anymore. You go back and play IW now. Honestly, I enjoy playing IW now more than I even enjoy playing BO4.
I don't know. The zombies was too cartoony, and once again, It was
I didn't
too easy.
I didn't.
Because, I'm
I didn't.
sorry, when I go down, I should lose all my perks.
Mm-hmm.
Not this fucking bullshit where, oh, well, you know, you went down, but you
Whoops.
got up in a certain amount of time, so you get to keep a few of them. No. When I go down, I lose all my shit.
Yeah.
I want it
No,
to be difficult to come back.
See, I didn't play much I didn't play zombies much in Black Ops in IW. I wasn't a fan of it. You know, I just.
I did. I gave it a shot. It's
Well, so did
no,
I.
I couldn't. I couldn't do it. It's not. It just wasn't fun. Black Ops 3, to be perfectly honest with you, was the last zombies that I actually found fun.
Oh no, I completely agree with you. I loved Black Ops 3 zombies, and I love that they added in the whole Zombie Chronicles thing too. I thought that was the best thing, and I think that's a big reason why.
It's just another resurrection pack.
Right, but you know, at the same point, it's almost like, you know, it was good that they did it because they put in so much zombies content. Because Black Ops 3, I feel, is when the zombies community hit an all-time high.
Oh, definitely.
It hit
Because-
an all-time high.
And you think about this, if they kept the same formula that they've kept in zombies for years.
Oh
for
yeah.
years. Black Ops 4's player retention would be so much higher.
Oh yeah.
But it just isn't. Because
And-
they took a risk with trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
But they changed too much.
Yeah, they changed too much too fast. If they would have,
Exactly.
if they would have eased into the changes, I think this is my thing. And I hated the supply drop system in Black Ops. In Black Ops 3, I didn't think you could get any less consumer friendly than you could have in Black Ops 3, and then Black Ops 4 fucking happened. Black Ops 4
Oh, yeah.
DLC weapon shit is terrible, but
I mean,
why
like,
can't?
okay, like even Black Ops 3, the gobble gum system, I would have been okay if that would have came back.
Mm-hmm.
But just take a few out, like Perkaholic.
Perkaholic.
Yes.
Fucking Perkaholic.
Why the hell was that put in the game? Because it could be round 1. You could hit the gobblegum machine, you get Perkaholic, and you just turn into this fucking Rambo style
But you want to know.
player.
But this is the thing though, and I will give this credit. It was so hard to get Perkaholic.
It was. But there was one time where when Newton's cookbook came out, I had so many gobblegums saved up. I had so much liquid divinium, it was ridiculous. First of all. Secondly, in the Newton's cookbook, first day that Newton's cookbook came out in this update, they had Perkaholic in there, where all they had to do was trade in a few gobblegums, and I would get it. And I traded the shit out of it.
Yeah. Wow, I just
had
got
like 10 at one point.
No, see, if you're gonna have an overpowered perk like that, you know, why not make something like that actually tough to get? Like, okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
No. Put it this way. If you're gonna put something like Perkaholic in, make a negative.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a negative.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm gonna keep using this as an example. Battlefield 4. There are certain grips you could put on your guns that would make them more accurate at range.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be harder to do hip fire. There would be more spread on hip fire.
Right.
You know, like if I wanted to take a 3x scope and put it on my M416, I could do that, but it wouldn't be for close range combat.
Right.
You
It
know?
would be for
Or,
more
like,
of the long range, you know.
Like here's an attachment. I could put a vertical foregrip. This is the setup I like to go with. I could do a vertical foregrip, what they call a heavy barrel, and then I could do like a 2-time scope. Now, what heavy barrel does, excuse me, is heavy barrel will increase your range.
Right.
But the downside to this attachment is it also increases your vertical recoil.
Right. But then at the same point, the vertical foregrip counters out that vertical recoil.
Not all of it.
Not all of it. No, not all of it. But it does. It makes a difference.
If you would spend enough time with that attachment setup, you would eventually know when you have to burst fire your weapon and when you can go full auto.
Right. Well, I mean, anybody that has common knowledge should know you burst fire at longer ranges. You burst fire at longer ranges, and you go full auto at you're closer to medium ranges even. It's not. It's honestly, it's not rocket science. It's just playing smart and being a good player. But people, honestly, there's a lot of players nowadays that don't get that, and it's like full auto all the time. And don't get me wrong, I sometimes will fall into that category.
Like, and I don't want to get into this discussion, but there was I was on a Battlefield 1 group on Facebook when Battlefield 1 was a thing. And there was this one guy who asked the dumbest question about firearms I have ever heard in my life.
What was that?
Why does my gun move when I fire it?
Recoil. Wow. Just wow.
I was like,
I've never.
No. I straight up asked him, have you ever, it's something called recoil. That's what happens when the bullet leaves the barrel of the firearm. That's pretty common knowledge. Even people who know nothing about guns know that. And he turns around and says to me, well, see, I actually don't know anything about guns because guns kill. And I'm just like, okay, you're playing the wrong game. And I'm having this
big
conversation.
time. Yeah, big time.
I don't want to I don't want to get into that, but, I just like, dude, if you believe that, why are you playing this?
Exactly. And I mean, this is the thing too. And then the same person then goes on to believe that every gun has recoil. That's not necessarily the truth. Most guns
do have recoil, but
yes,
depending on the gun, the recoil system that gun has, because some of them have springs in them to absorb that recoil to make your fire more accurate.
But this is also
such as some of these newer assault rifles, like the M416 and the M4, and even the newer AR-15s that are coming out.
But here's also the other thing too. You also have to put into consideration also, what's the body made of the gun also.
Exactly.
Like, I'll put it to you this way. My 9mm, dude, it doesn't kick. Like, it virtually does not kick. And it is insane. Because it comes...
Is it steel and plastic?
No.
It's not steel and plastic?
Wait. No, barrel steel, grip is hard plastic, yeah.
Actually, your grip might even be carbon fiber.
Yeah, no, it's a plastic. It's not a carbon fiber. But this is also the other really funny thing. It's a compact, even, which makes it even crazier because you would think shooting a 9mm bullet out of a compact gun frame would, make it kick like a son of a bitch. No, it doesn't. Like, anybody who doesn't shoot a gun could shoot that gun and not get knocked on their ass or get smacked in the face.
Hell, you know what an M1911 is, right?
Yes, because I want one.
Speaking of which, by the way, you're still streaming, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. I wanted to make sure because I want people to hear this because this is a good conversation about games.
Yeah.
And guns, actually.
I mean, and you know, like,
okay.
again, a lot of the people that do follow me are mostly for Call of Duty, but I think, like, most of them are logical enough to understand, like, no, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to call my subscribers stupid or anything, but, like, I think most of them would understand, though, the valid points that we are making. And, like, coming from somebody that has played the Call of Duty franchise for 10 years, I know the changes.
After what I think you should do is I think you should play Call of Duty a little bit more, like stream that, make videos on that, and then switch over to Battlefield and then show them what Battlefield has to offer.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking
why you think that it's just as good as Call of Duty, if not maybe a little better.
I'm thinking about it once my schedule fucking calms down, too, because right now I am like this afternoon is probably my last free day for another week and a half because I got finals next week.
Right, and I completely understand that. But I can definitely help you make content for Battlefield.
What? Oh,
I can do that. And like I said on your chat, yes, okay, I will admit, Battlefield has a longer time to kill than Call of Duty. But the whole thing is the guns are balanced. I mean, there are a few guns that might be a little overpowered if you go with the right specialization set.
But this is the thing, though. Every game has an overpowered gun. Like
a few. Some of them are overpowered. Some are actually fairly balanced. Battlefield 5, I don't feel like the guns are overpowered. I feel like that they're all decently well balanced.
Right. Oh no, I will agree. Yeah.
Even the shotguns, I will admit, the shotguns feel great. None of them feel overpowered. But it's just Call of Duty isn't. It just like, okay, yeah, there's some strategy in your perk setup, but that's about it.
Yeah.
There's no.
Oh my god, my teammates are absolutely trash in this game.
Strategy. I could be completely trash at a game. Somebody could be popping off, going 16-0. Up, ruins ready. Boom, dead.
Exactly, and that's one thing that frustrates the hell out of me. Like, you could be having a good game, and you could have somebody that is just sitting in the corner half the game, squinting it up with no thumbs, and then all of a sudden gets their damn specialist weapon, and bam, knocks it back to even.
Well, here's the thing. I was playing Black Ops 3 once, and this was when I tried the multiplayer. I went into a PvP fucking match, and I decided to go into domination because I knew Team Deathmatch just wasn't for me. I'm one of those where when I play a game, I need an objective. Right. I can't just be like, oh, your objective is kill. No,
then you would actually like the new game mode you probably would like the new game mode that got added into Black Ops 4 today.
I'm kind of done with COD.
Not telling you to come and play it, but actually I really like it, and if they keep it in, I'm gonna start playing it more. It's called Deathmatch Domination.
Right, but see, I went into domination. I was capping. I wasn't killing a lot, but I was capping a lot. I was being a nuisance.
Yeah, you were being one of those people that everyone's like, God damn it, get this guy off the damn flag.
Yeah. Well, eventually my ruin got ready. I broke that out. I got a quad feed and an actual kill streak.
Yeah.
That. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, but back to what we were talking about when we were talking about pistols. I fired an M1911. This was the first pistol I ever fired, and the only pistol I've ever fired so far. Because I knew the kind of round, how big the round was, which I still have the casings. But
well, what round M19 did you fire?
45. It wouldn't be a real M1911 if it didn't fire 45 ACP.
No, the only reason why I was asking is because you can get an M19 also in a 9mm.
Yeah, but that's not a real M1911.
No, I know. Oh yeah, the 45 is bigger than a 9 mil, but it's.
And I thought, because I know how powerful 45 ACP round is, I thought for sure I was gonna get hit in the face or I was gonna hurt my wrist or something. That is the most stable gun I have ever fired in my life.
Yep. Yeah, it just all depends on how the frame
I even
is.
fired off around one-handed. I fired off around one-handed like nothing.
Oh, dude, when me and my buddy went shooting, we were like. And before I say this, anybody that is in my chat or is gonna watch this afterwards, do not do this unless you actually know what the hell you're doing. When we went shooting, we were fucking around at the gun range and shooting like one-hander, gangster gatting it, and all that shit. I have a 9, but you know my 9 mil.
Judging by where you live, I would assume so.
Between my 9 mil and my buddy has a 45 Glock.
Okay.
And dude, like
Glocks are pretty good.
My only issue is because I actually thought about getting one as my first gun. My only issue is I don't like that it doesn't have a safety on it.
That's actually not 100% true.
Well, they have a trigger safety on it, but I like the physical flip up and down safeties. That's
you like the old traditional style of safety.
Yes. Because my only thing is because I carry loaded completely. Like I have one in the chamber and everything. My thing is if the trigger gets caught, I don't wanna deal with that. So that's why I like, especially for my first gun, I wanted something with a safety on it.
Even the 1911 safety isn't that good, but but even some of the more updated, the more modern versions of the 1911, they've updated the safety to where it's a push-button safety, which is a lot safer than the old style slide up and down style of safety that it used to be. And I like that they updated that because, as you can imagine, I'm sure throughout history, there were probably a lot of misfires due to that.
Yeah. Oh well, I will say this, because the one thing that does really save certain Glocks, like especially full sizes, because my buddy's a cop, so he has a full size Glock, and he said that one of the nicest things with those guns is that they have a heavy trigger, and because of that, it's hard to get a misfire with a heavy trigger because you actually need to put good force onto it.
See, Glock, well, they technically don't have a quote-unquote traditional style safety. They did a lot to make sure that those guns were safe with the style of safety that they put in.
And that's actually
technically speaking, the trigger safety is probably one of the best safeties ever designed.
Oh yeah. Because I could say that
if you get somebody who decides to pull your own gun on you, for example, and they don't know what kind of gun you have, like they don't know it's a Glock. Like if you have a Glock and they pull your own gun on you and they don't know it's a Glock, they could try and shoot you, and it might. And if they don't know it, if they don't know where that trigger safety is, it's not gonna fire.
Right. Well, that's actually
really confused.
That's the next pistol I plan on getting. I have two in mind about what I want to get, but I either want to get.
See, that's. And this is the other thing. One of the most common firearms among pistols that criminals like to use are primarily 9mm, and they're primarily 9mm Berettas. And there's
that's the funny. That's the exact. That's the funny thing. I want a Beretta. I want
the Beretta, the 9mm Beretta. There's two reasons that's the most used firearm by criminals. It's cheap. It's cheap to buy.
Then we're talking about completely different Berettas.
Yeah, but the other thing is 9mm, along with 22, is literally one of the most common rounds to find in the United States.
Oh yeah, because you can walk into any Dick's or like any place that sells guns and you can buy 9mm.
Yeah, and even 22. Actually, Dick's doesn't sell guns anymore.
They still sell ammo.
Oh, they do? I didn't know that. I figured.
Yeah. No, they still
can't fire. I guess you really can't fire bullets if you don't have a gun.
Exactly. But yeah, no, they still do sell they still do sell in it because I get all my ammo from Dick's. I'm actually gonna send you a picture of the Beretta that I want, because this is actually this is the gun that I wanted as my first pistol. This is I really want it, and I'm happy I didn't get it considering the size of scope that the size of holster I had when I started carrying.
Which, I don't really want to get too much into this, but I was watching a video the other day by BuzzFeed.
Oh God! Don't even get me
it's
started
where
with those fucking liberals.
But now hold on, these 4 guys, these are primarily guys who never fired firearms in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
But they went out to a gun range to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Quote.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
No, I didn't intend that.
Yes, you did. Shut up.
But no, I'm serious. But I was watching this video, and there was so much wrong in that video.
Oh, I bet.
It hurt.
I bet, dude. You're talking about people that never shot guns before, man. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I know every damn thing about every pistol on the planet.
Okay,
I don't.
So, okay, let me paint the picture for you. You know how when you go to a gun range, there's always one guy who's standing there who works for the gun range who's making sure everybody is safe, right?
No, because that's not how my gun range works.
the two gun ranges I've been to, that's how it works.
Oh no, see, ours is the one that I go to is privately
In fact,
owned.
The one that I went to, they had a clear glass window that was bulletproof. So there was not just one guy standing in there, but there was also somebody watching through the window.
Right.
So, you know, you kind of have a double system there, making sure everybody's safe. But, well, this particular range, this one guy that they filmed had 3 unintentional discharges.
I don't even get how the fuck you do that. Like,
Okay, there wasn't they didn't even show a video of somebody going over range safety rules with them, which if you're new to a gun range, you are required to do.
right. I mean, now I never went through that because I mean, not saying that the gun range that I go to is bad because it is at least bit.
Most times, if you're going to a gun range and you have, say, a partner, they don't really have to go over that with you. They're figuring that partner probably read you the whole riot act on how to handle a firearm.
Well, at the same point too, it's just also having common sense. Like,
okay, but see, here's the thing: the rule for firearms is you don't put your finger on the trigger if the thing in front of you is not something you want to destroy.
well, see, I agree with you on that. But this is what I always do. When I'm not shooting, whether I was loaded or not, dude, I put my safety on. I put my safety on, and I always sat my gun down.
Now, see, safeties can fail, and it has happened.
Well, that's why I also put my gun down too.
Right.
Like I don't touch it. I go and I start loading up my other clip.
The gun ranges I went to, with the guy watching everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, both gun ranges I went to, he said if you have one accidental discharge, you're gone.
Right, which I agree. I mean, you know, you don't want someone.
If you have even one unintentional discharge, you're gone. This guy had 3, and he was still there. I'm sorry, but if I ever owned a gun range, this would be my first rule. Everybody who comes in here for the first time, whether you are new to firearms or not, you have to go over our rule set.
Right, which is a smart idea. Get melted by the vapor, bro.
You know,
oh my God, get melted again.
And see, here's the thing, like back in my father's day, they used to have gun safety courses in school.
Oh yeah, well because that was normal back then.
Hell,
Like-
in the Northampton High School, they actually had a gun range in the basement.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's
because
crazy,
we used
dude.
to have a rifle team.
Oh, okay. That
We
would
used to have
explain
a
it
rifle
then.
team. That was a very common thing back in the day. Was every school used to have a rifle team.
I didn't know Northampton used to have a rifle team.
A lot of schools used to have a rifle team. In fact,
Gotcha.
Whitehall probably had a rifle team too.
Oh, they probably. I bet they did.
Hell, just whatever high school you graduated from might have even had a rifle team.
Central.
Central. Yeah, they definitely had a rifle.
I'm pretty sure Central Catholic did back in the day. I mean, my mom never mentioned anything because she went there too. But
Yeah,
I bet you.
But even then, dude, there are still some schools like
Oh, down
some,
south schools, dude.
not a
Oh my
lot.
God, they have
not a lot
they have rifle
up
teams.
north anymore, but there are some where, yes, they do still have rifle teams.
Dude, I wish we had a rifle team when I was in high school. Just like I wish we had
Right?
powerlifting when I was in high school. Also, I would have loved to do that.
Yeah. I mean, they're. I know Palmerton. They still have a powerlifting team.
Well, Central had one. They phased it out then. But the worst thing is they started it after my senior class graduated. After my big beefy ass senior class graduated, they decide, oh yeah, let's bring in powerlifting now. It's like, you're serious, right?
But,
You literally lost 4 guys that could squat over 500 pounds, like nothing.
and hell, even for my size, I could squat almost 300.
Dude, I could squat more than Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was a powerlifter.
Yeah, but I mean, you've seen my size. You know.
Well, you're a
my size. That's remarkable.
You're a scrawny little shit.
I can still put it up.
That's what she said.
But you know, it's just Call of Duty's just gotten so far away from it.
From its roots, yeah. Oh my God, I have no clue how I got that kill. Holy shit.
And it's okay to evolve your game. Don't get me wrong. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh, I agree with that. Like
they're
you
evolving
need
it
some.
in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, and if you I once said at GameStop that Call of Duty when I was returning World War II, I said this game is just trash. It's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody actually got in my face.
Are you
told me I didn't know what
serious?
the hell I was talking about. Yeah, dude.
What the hell is wrong with people, dude?
Like, okay, World War II. Once again, I don't want to be that guy. None of the guns were right. You have black female Nazis.
Black female Nazis. I love how you
Like,
put
there
that.
is so much wrong in that sentence alone.
What the hell is my bearded dragon doing?
Like, I mean, you say that, and you tell me it just doesn't sound wrong.
Oh no, it does. It sounds extremely wrong.
And I'm not trying to be racist or sexist.
No, but I get what you're saying. Anybody that knows what the Nazi Party was like.
Anybody with half a brainstem should know that those 3 things in the same sentence just don't go together.
Oh no, not at all.
In consecutive order.
Yeah, because I mean, even if you say Nazi black
say-
females, it's still not the same. It's still
It's yeah.
just those 3 things do not mix. It's easy as
well,
that to say.
I mean, if you say, oh, the Nazis hated blacks and women, okay. Then it goes together in a sentence.
But I mean,
Black
you can't.
female Nazis.
Nope, does not sound right.
It just like, it gives me a headache.
What are you slithering over here for, little one?
And now, don't get me wrong. I understand that what the Nazis did was terrible. I absolutely do. And the Call of Duty World War II campaign, towards the end, I like it because they actually showed the concentration camp.
Did they?
But there is one problem I have.
They didn't show a swastika.
No, that's not me being a Nazi or anything.
No, that's being somebody that loves
I know
World,
for
that
a fact
likes
by
World
that
War
time,
II.
World War II, there were swastikas everywhere.
Well, you understand. You know why they didn't put any swastikas in, right?
Because it's banned in Germany.
No,
And they would have
Europe.
had to make a completely separate edition.
No, not even Germany. Europe. It's in general, dude.
Really?
Yes, it's Europe in general is why they did it.
Well,
But yet I
know
find
that in Germany, it's very, 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 very difficult to get clearance to use a swastika in, say, like, entertainment.
But this is the thing that I find really funny. If
And
it's
the really
so
only
if
time
it's
you
so
can use it is like if you're teaching it for a history class. But and I get it, but
if that whole time period is
like-
so frowned upon in Germany, why do they have a whole Holocaust museum? If that whole time period is so frowned upon, why is the Holocaust museum still standing there?
I'd like to share a quote with you that I've learned over the years. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. I've been saying that. That's why, yeah, let's get rid of all, let's get rid of all these, what the hell was I going to say? Get rid of that so, they're not spying on
Come on,
damn
you
sp-
can do it. You can do it.
Let's get rid of all the southern monuments with the Confederate flag on it. Let's just attempt to erase that from the U.S.'s history.
I mean, I wasn't a real big fan of those statues getting taken down, but at least most of them got donated to a museum.
Right, which is at least the good thing. But still.
So it's not that bad. But okay, so when we were setting up the AutoZone in Coopersburg, we actually got on the subject, and we were working with a bunch, with a bunch of black guys, and they were real chill, real funny. We all got along real well. And that's not just with me; that's with everybody who was there. And we got on the subject, and somebody asked both of the guys, what is your opinion on the Civil War statues? They both looked at each other and said, yeah, we talked about this a long time ago. I've never thought about those statues a day in my life.
Exactly. No, it's all these,
And
public...
And he said, two, I know that not all southern states were like that. That's the reason they were fighting. And even Robert E. Lee was fighting to free the slaves from his state.
Oh,
I
exactly.
think. I don't remember.
Yes, yeah, I think he was. It's been a while since I've read up on Civil War and everything like that, but
it's been such a long time. Oh my god.
It's been a while, but
it's
been a while since I
No, did you hear Staines coming back?
No shit. Aaron Lewis finally out of drug recovery, I guess.
I guess so. Because that's what a lot of his songs are about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But, anyways, I get that, that wasn't, the best time period for the United States. But
it also wasn't, don't get me wrong, it was pretty bad, but if you really look at how slaves were treated,
We've evolved as a nation so much. You would think that we've long buried something like that.
But this is the thing, and I'm not even trying to sound bad or racist or anything. Slaves weren't treated all that bad.
I mean, you have the whippings and the hangings and
But hang on,
the
but
Ku
hang
Klux
on.
Klan.
But yeah, but that was the Ku Klux Klan. Those were them. What I'm saying is most slave owners took care of their slaves because they knew if they didn't, they weren't getting, they weren't, for example, they weren't going to be making any business money. They weren't going to be making any money or anything like that. So they would attempt to take care of them.
There's also the fact of it's not like the conditions that they were in were the best.
No, they weren't. But there were so many nationalities that were treated so much
like
worse.
16 hours a day straight, no breaks.
Oh yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, you know, it could have been worse. Like, they could have had it so much worse. Like, they could have had it as bad as what the Jews did in the Holocaust.
Yes, that was terrible. Or even the Armenian genocide in World War I.
They could have had it as bad as Irish slaves did.
Oof! Don't even bring that up.
Yeah, trust me. I have relatives that were Irish slaves. So I trust me, I know. That's why when people get on that whole like they were going through the whole thing about, you know, having fuck this, dude. This lobby sucks.
Cutting in and out for me.
Yeah, it's because my internet connection's fucking up.
Give me one. Now you're back.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up right here. You guys got a little bit of a history lesson during that stream, but yeah, this is pretty much just gonna be a multi-COD stream. I'm starting to get a little tired. You know, I have been working a lot, so I'm gonna hop off here. I probably won't stream again until Thursday. So yeah, this has been your boy Outcast Gaming saying, if you like what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe, smack that notification bell, become part of the Outcast Outlaws, and peace.